So this is the first of a series of videos that I'm going to do, working up to producing and releasing my next project, which is an EP of some of my older songs. And I thought before I can even really start practicing properly and recording, as well as obviously I've got to pick the songs because I've got a catalogue of about 5 million. I need to restring my guitar because it's really, it needs a good restring, and I need to do all the others. So I just thought I'd do a bit of a video just to tell you a bit about what I'm doing while I'm restringing. So the EP, I'm thinking 5 songs at the moment, and they're going to be, like I say, songs from my back catalogue. And when I say back catalogue, not recent songs, songs that to show where I've come from, basically. And they will be, I know 2 for definite, and I'll do a separate video about which ones I've chosen. But there will be sort of from my 20s and 30s era. That's my age-wise, that's not the decade. I'm not that old yet. And yes, so 5 songs, but I'm going to keep them quite stripped back. So I always used to write on guitar. I didn't write on my guitar, but I used to songwrite using my guitar is probably the better term to put it. And I was thinking, if anything, I might, I will do harmonies because I love my harmonies. And I will obviously do guitar because all I used to write on then was guitar. Let's hold on. I need to do this carefully. I can't talk and take this out because I don't want to damage my guitar. It's come out. There we go. So that's one string off. Ta-da! I can't remember what it was now. Guitar. Yes, harmonies. And guitar, harmonies. I'd like to put quite a few harmonies in. I've got sort of some, from that sort of time I had a Tascam recorder, analog, and I'm sure many people will have had one of those, 4-track. So I do have recordings of some of those ones in my era which have the harmonies that were already written. So that's what I'm planning on doing, but I'm also thinking I may add something like strings to it. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to see how this one develops, but I am going to say, like I said, keep them quite stripped back. Is this one coming out? The 2's come out. So that's my plan. And like I say, what I want to do is try and not break my guitar because I'm restringing it, but try and do a little bit of a video a day. I'm not going to be precious about it because I know when I set myself tasks to do social media bits and pieces, I get cross up myself if I miss a day or do something like that. So the aim is to do sort of one a day, but obviously there may be some days when I don't actually contribute anything towards this project because I am allowed days off, contrary to what many people may think. I am making sure that I'm going to have some days off because I've worked like an absolute Trojan this year so far. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take. My time scale and sort of time management skills are really rubbish, and I always underestimate, ow, that was the sharp bit of the string, I always underestimate how long things are going to take. This first sort of week or so, I've even drawn blood. I mean, I can't even restring my guitar without drawing blood, but there you go. So the rest of this week, I'm aiming to pick the rest of the songs. Like I say, I've got 2 that are definites, and hopefully try and get some rough recordings down, just guitar and main vocal, just so I can get a sense of sort of revisiting them, obviously, And I will show you what sort of techniques. I've got a particular technique that I like when I record using my guitar. And I'm also going to restring. I've got a few guitars. Every guitarist has got a few guitars. Mine are mainly acoustic though. I'm going to restring my other guitar. I'm not sure yet. I've got a classical guitar, which is sort of where my guitaring is that a verb? But that's where my guitaring, it is now a verb. That's where my guitaring stemmed from. And obviously it's a very different sound, classical guitar. But I'll do the initial recordings on just my normal acoustic, one of them, once they're both restrung. And yeah, so I may add a few little guitar parts as well as the main guitar in it. So we'll see about that. Like I said, this is all sort of work in progress. It's been in my head a long time, and I've known sort of what the overall aim is. But as I've also said, my time management is really rubbish. But I have a mentor who is a lovely lady, music artist herself, on another level from me obviously. But I've got a meeting with her next week, so I'm hoping to give her something to show her. It's online, but at least a rough recording of one or two of the songs, and then try and get a plan with her of how to do it. Now, the other aim of this project, if you're not bored of this video by now, is, as well as producing it myself, and I did produce my original album, my debut album, Three Scarlet Words, and I was very proud of producing that. But the last couple of years, I've sort of, I don't know, been driven back by fear of using Logic, because I've just got more and more into the zone of I can't do this anymore. It was a one-off. So as per one of my previous posts, I've recently done a mixing course, and partially to help me just get back into using Logic again so I can produce as well, but so that rather than paying lots of money for a mix engineer, which I know there's some beautiful, fabulous, wonderful mix engineers out there. And the one who did my debut album, Amy Sargent, I'm going to give her a shout out because she was amazing, knew exactly what I wanted. But it's the costs. When you're a little diddy willy artist like me, these costs mount up, and several £100s per track can, really, break your budget. So what I'd like to try and do, because they are quite scaled down versions compared to the production in my album, is try and mix these and release them myself without having to pay an external mix engineer. So we're going to see how that goes. That part of it may change, because I may just decide that I'm not cut out for mixing, because it's really hard, as I really found out with my course that I've just done. But that is the aim. I'll definitely send them off to somebody for mastering, and I'm going to give a shout out to the lady who mastered mine was Izzy McPhee, and I was really pleased with what she does. So I have got people that I know and I trust and I've worked with before to do these things. But my main thing is that I want to be able to produce my work myself, and this string is just not coming off. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna end up plopping it through my skin again in a minute, so we shall see about that. So that's why I've just come on today. This is my day one video, and I'm saying that it's nearly up to 10 minutes. So everybody will have been bored and gone off to make a cup of tea by now, and I don't know, be watching Love Island or something. So I'm going to scoot off. I'm going to finish restring this guitar, may get onto the other one today if I don't cause, I don't know, death by guitar string or something. And hopefully I will see you day 2 tomorrow and have a little bit more info on which songs I've picked and maybe why I've picked them. I'm not sure about the why, because I like them, is going to be probably the main thing behind it. But yes, there we go. So thank you for watching. If you have actually watched right to the end, I applaud you. Sometimes I can be quite dull, sometimes I can be quite witty. You'll have to decide which one of this one is. But I will see you tomorrow on day 2, and hopefully you'll come on this journey with me. See you soon. Bye.